Okay, hello, good morning. Um, so we have to quickly inform others that we are live. So the the initial link that was created was not really working, and I tried and tried and tried yet. So I had to just create this one as an emergency. So please let me just spend a few minutes to alert others. So, so if you can hear me, just give me um a message in the comment section. All right. For those of us that are live, I want to be sure that we are okay before I continue the class. I really don't know. Does this mean we cannot schedule classes ahead? Every time we schedule a meeting ahead, there's always a story behind it afterwards. So see how that goes anyway. Okay. So let's see. Let's see where else we need to get to. Um, yeah, what else is left to do? So please, you can just be nice by letting your friends know that we've started the class already. Okay. Yes. And if you are here and you can hear me, just drop something in the comment section so I don't have to keep on and on, I can just go straight to the class. I know most of us will get to maybe look up the replays of the class, but at the same time, we need to be sure that those that are here live are getting to hear me very well. All right, I think we can just move on. I believe we can just move on. We can just okay. All right, so welcome to another course. This is GST 103. It is a first semester 100 level course. So every one of us that is in 100 level first semester is expected to be we're expected to do this course because it's a general course. The title of the course is Fundamentals of Computer. Okay, that's computer fundamentals. Uh, and it has quite a number of um, topics underneath it. So I'll be taking a few minutes to quickly run an overview of everything with us. So we have module one, introduction to computers. So under this, we have basic concepts, which is what we're going to be looking at this morning. Then there is a historical overview of development of computers, generation of computers, classification of computers. So all these topics are the units under this module. So in module 1, you will see basic concepts of computers. In module 2, you see, in unit 1 rather, under module 1, you will see basic concepts of computers, and then this unit 2 under module 1, you have historical overview of development of computers. Then you have generation of computers and classification of computers. So these are all the topics on these are all the topics you have to Okay, so having said that, let's get down to business. Okay, the topic here is basic concept of computers. And in this particular topic, you'll be defining computer, looking at basic understanding of data processing, concept of data and information, method of data processing, characteristics of computer. Then afterwards, we have our objective. What should you be seeing or getting to know at the end of the day? You should be able to define computer. You should be able to have basic understanding of data processing, then the concept of data and information, method of data processing, and characteristics of computers. These are things you're expected to know at the end of the day. Okay, now introduction. Computers. Computer is fast becoming the universal machine of the 21st century. So 21st century is the century that we find ourselves from the year 2000 to now is 21st century. Okay, so I can see some people are really live, but they're not interacting, and it's not really fair because I need to. When I was asking us, can we hear me and stuff, no one was saying anything, and it's not really okay because while I'm trying to make us comfortable, those that will listen to the recordings will not really make sense of what I'm saying because of the constant stops. So when you are in a meeting, once you are live, you let me know. Okay, in all our classes, once you are live, you let me know. Either you chat us here through the platform, or you reach out to me through other platform that we are connected. So I will know that okay, all is set and I'm good, and I can just focus on the class and work with my time. Okay. Now, computer is fast becoming the universal machine of the 21st century. Early computers were large in size and too expensive to be owned by individuals. Thus, they were confined to the laboratories and field research institutes. They could only be programmed by computer engineers. The basic applications were confined to undertaking complex calculation. So what they are saying here is just giving us a brief introduction to what computer is all about and how we got to where we are at the moment. All right. So currently, everyone owns a system somehow. Okay, even our smartphone is computer. All right, and it is because of what the world is now revolving or evolving, into that realm where without computer you are just out of space. You're not in existence. Just imagine me running these classes without having, computer to help me out. All right. So they talk about the early computer. That means the computers that started when the computer came into existence. All right. The first set of computers, how it looks like. So those ones were very, very large. They were very, very big. Okay. And not just that they were very, very big, they were quite expensive. It was not everyone that could afford them. In fact, private individual, like someone cannot just afford it on his or her own. It took companies and large establishments to own, you know, to own these um, computers. So they were confined to laboratories, as you can see, and few research institutes. They could only be programmed by computer engineers. Okay, yeah, computer engineers are the only one that could program these systems. All right, and they were mainly used in what science and engineering. Today, computer is no longer confined to laboratories. No, 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 no. Computers are indeed, compute. Yes, computers and indeed computing. We have computers, we have computing. Computer is the machine. Computing is just the act of using it, okay, for operations. So computing has become embedded in almost every item we use, all right, from shopping to education to traveling. Every organization use computers one way or the other. Our churches, religious bodies, they use computer. All right. Even in keeping tabs with our normal day-to-day routine at home, computer is involved. Computing is fast becoming ubiquitous. So, what does this really mean? Somebody might want to ask. Um, I wanted to be like, can somebody help us out? But unfortunately, we are in this platform is just me speaking to us. So we just have to move on. All right. So when we say ubiquitous, it means that it can be found anywhere, everywhere. All right. That is what they're saying. It's fast becoming a thing that anywhere you go, you'll find. You go into the banks, computer is everywhere. You move into your pharmacy, to where, like I went to the hospital late last year. Every department, everything was just computerized from the reception to where you get to register, you'll be giving your card to the doctors you are seeing. Everybody has computer, sophisticated one at that. All right. So that is what they are trying to say here. Is application transcends science, engineering, communication, um, space science, aviation, financial institutions, social sciences, humanities, the military, transportation, manufacturing, extractive industries, to mention but a few. So this class will present you the background information about computers. So what we are trying to establish here is that what computer is moving and moving and moving into every part of our lives. And why are we saying this? Is for you to see the reason why you need to take it serious. It's for you to see the reason why you need to, study. It's for you to see the reason why you need to make it a priority for you to understand, for you to master how to use the computer, especially when it comes to your own field. Okay, especially when it comes to your own line of trade, especially when it comes to your field, your area of expertise. All right. So let's say you're an accounting student. Definitely, there are different ways that computers will come into play when you get to your profession. You need to understand it, and this course gives us the basic foundation. So when you understand the foundation, then you can now begin to specialize. You can now begin to apply it into your own field of foundational, things you need to put in place for it to be effective. All right. And then when you understand it, you now begin to tailor it down to what you want to do. So if what you are creating the channel for is education, for example, just as in this case now, you work towards that, you brand and customize it in such a way that it will depict what you are trying to sell. All right. If it's entertainment, like most of these popular YouTubers that we know that are into comedy and stuff like that, there are ways they do their thing. There are things they need to get. There are tools they need so that themselves can be able to do what they want to do. Of course, remember there is a foundational, there's a basic knowledge everybody needs to have about the platform. All right. Then after getting that, you cannot begin to branch off into what you want to sell out. Okay, the same thing applies to what we're saying here. When you have the basic knowledge of what computer is all about, you cannot begin to now take it to your own personal side of things. All right. Now, away from that, let's now get down to the main content of the class. Here we have the first thing, which was the definition of computer. So we have definition of computer. Okay, so a computer is basically defined as a tool or a machine basically defined as a tool or a machine. Please, since most of us here are new students, it's very important for you to know that it can be very, very troublesome for you to give them definitions or try to bring things far from the course material. That's why I'm reading and discussing. Okay, it's not like I know what I'm doing. The main thing you need for you to go through the material, know what they have there word for word, because over 90% of the questions coming to you during your examination will be testing you on what is in the course material. They want you to be giving them some things word for word. So this definition of computer, and they can write it as a question and they omit one or two words and expect you to fill it in. Okay, so please, let's not feel like what is he doing? No. There are many sophisticated definition of computers out there, but we just have to settle with what they give us in the course material. So the only thing I know that I have to do as a job here is just to try to give you illustration, explain, give you a lot of examples so that what is in the course material can be registered in your subconscious. That is just mainly what it is we are doing here, nothing else, because we are studying and preparing ourselves most importantly for the exams, all right, before other things. All right. Yes. Now, a computer is basically defined as a tool or a machine used for what? Processing data to give required information. It is capable of one, taking inputs data through the keyboard. Then two, storing the input data in a diskette. Okay, thank you, Miss Favor Iputa. Yeah, thank you so much. Please, you can always reach out to your colleagues, let them know that we are live. Don't forget to always share the our YouTube channel, subscribe, and always hit notification bell so that when there's any class, you'll be notified. Because sometimes, like in this case now, we had an emergency where we just had to change all our program because the initial schedule was not really responding and people were waiting. So if you have not subscribed and hit notification bell, some of the classes might come to you, like can just start up suddenly and you will not just know about it. So get to hit this notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends, so that, because the more we are, the better. The more subscribers and the engagement on the platform, the quicker it is for us to grow, so that the platform can also be monetized. All right. Yeah. Okay. So storing the input data in a diskette is another function of the computer. For those of us that were here when we did CIT 102, CIT 102 is a second semester course, but it's for 100 level students. I think the video has been uploaded, even though it was just scattered here and there, but I think it still makes sense anyway. I have a complete the complete package here with me, which I will upload later on just that it's a bit longer. So in that particular class, we saw the different units, different parts of a computer. There is an input unit, there is an output unit, there is a processing, and there is a storage. So in that processing, why am I saying this? Because it says storing input data in a diskette, hard drive, or other medium. So there is always there is what they call the main memory. That's in the processing. It's not part of the storage. It's in the processing. In the CPU, there are three parts. All right. You have the ALU. We have the control unit as well. Then we have the ALU is arithmetic and arithmetic logic unit. Then we also have now that memory is the ROM and the RAM. So what they do is, as we can see here, when you something into the computer, that input it gives you output. So between the time of you inputting and it processing it before it gives you an output, the computer will need to store it momentarily. Okay, so what they are storing then is the input. All right, and what the stages of processing it. When the output is delivered and you want to still keep it, that is where the storage that